Welcome back to Deer Hanger. This is Mike, and I'm coming at you with a video about a comparison between the Monster Moto, the Razor mx650, and the Razor mx350. Starting with the mx350, this is the bottom of the line that they make, and it is a $250 option if you're buying. I got ours at a Black Friday deal for like $200 plus tax, so $220, and it was my son's Christmas gift. It does not have a suspension. It only has a very small motor, and it's considered a 24 volt because it has two 12 volt batteries in series. 12 volt batteries are the same 12 volt batteries that you use in a Power Wheels, so like a Power Wheels car for the little kids. Not quite the small 6 volts that they use in like the four-wheelers. So the mx650, it's probably the top of the line that Razor makes. It has a rear suspension and a front suspension. It is heavier duty than the 350 and is twice the price. You can get one of these for $400, but the MSRP is like $450, $500, and it's worth it. It's a little more powerful, a little faster, but my son goes about the same speed on both of these just because he's lightweight. But if you're a little heavier like me, then this thing is what you'd want. Now, Monster Moto is the e1000. This e1000 is 1,000 volts. So you've heard the 350 volt, the 650 volt, 1,000 volts. Still only has a 36 watts. I'm sorry, 36 volts, so it's 1,000 watt. And it's really, it's got more power from the get-go, but the top speed's about the same as the 650.
This is my name is Jason, and I am 9 years old, and I weigh about 95 pounds, and this is the mx350. This is a 24 volt. It goes 25 miles.
14 miles an hour. Let's see it in action, Jason.
This is the mx650. It goes 17 miles an hour. We've clocked it to 17 miles an hour, and it has an upgraded battery.
All right, let's see it in action, Jason.
Okay, this is the Monster Moto e1000. It goes up to 17 miles an hour. It has a 1,000 watt battery.
Motor. What kind of batteries it got? 36 volts?
Yeah.
Let's see it in action.
Okay.
Okay, this is how I ride these. I'm about 200 pounds, and I'm going to show you how each of these can pull a 200-pound adult. Now, zoom in real quick on this, how you start. Just walk over here and show it. Right here, this is the power button. Different than the other ones who have a power button on the base. And the throttle's right here. It shows you full, half, and emptying. On all these electrics, if they have an indicator and you pull it, and it shows that it's half, it's going to show full the whole time, but when you pull, put a draw on the battery is when it's going to show you how much it really has. These are fully charged, so we're going to show you the power. So step back and watch what a 200-pound adult can do on the Monster Moto e1000. biggest difference between the Monster Moto E1000 and the mx650 is that the 1000-watt motor gets to the RPMs faster than the 650. It hauls butt faster. And in fact, if I put a couple more batteries on this thing, we could probably get it to 35 miles an hour. So, okay, so this is the mx650. Now I got this thing used, and I put in the batteries, and instead of the 12 volt 12 amp, I put three 12 volt 15 amp. The only thing that's going to give you a better result with a 15 amp is that it's going to last longer. So instead of 30 minutes, this thing lasts for 40 minutes. So all these electric dirt bikes, they last about a half hour, but this one's going to go for 40 minutes. This one's going to go a little bit longer. So I would prefer to ride this one, unless I upgrade the batteries in that other E1000, that would last a lot longer. So here it goes. Let's see what a 200-pound adult looks like on this the mx650 Racer, which is the top of the line, and it's the only one out of these three that has a suspension. You see the bounciness? So let's go. So the other thing I want to say about the mx650 and the E1000, first of all, you see the suspension, and also you see that this has two brakes. It's got a rear and a front brake, and you only have a rear brake on the E1000 Monster Moto. But my son and I rode both of these over to Grandma's house, which is about a half a mile away. Rode them there and back, and we did some other stuff, and no problem with the batteries, but I wouldn't go much further than a few miles in these things. Okay, so this is obviously the lowest end, the Razor mx350, and it is only, it says it can only hold somebody up to about 140 or 130 pounds, so I weigh 200 pounds. It still pulls me, but I can tell why they say it shouldn't. But I really think it's saying a 13-year-old, 13 and up, is wrong, because my son's 9 and it already kind of pulls him back a little bit, but my son beats me on this one versus the other ones because he weighs half what I do. So let's see what it does pulling a 200-pound adult on the mx350. Ready? So this does have a solid metal frame. As you can see, it's built well. No suspension, smaller tires, does not have a gauge to tell you how much power is left, how much juice is left. So it is kind of the smaller version, but it does work very well. I really do think this is okay for like a 6 to 9-year-old, maybe a 10-year-old. 13-year-olds are going to be too big, too heavy. It gets me around as a 200-pound adult, but nothing like those other two options over there. So this is Mike from Titanium Hanger, and Titanium Hanger out.